Hello, welcome to Beth Roars, where we look at your favourite singers to find out what makes them them. This video is in association with Skillshare. I keep on working with Skillshare because they have some really awesome online classes. You can explore new skills and get lost in creativity. I really love these singing classes and think it's a great way to start your singing journey. But for me, this year is going to be about taking a step up on my podcast. I have to admit, this class has really helped me out already, and everything's in small chunks so I can fit it around my super busy schedule. This is such a wonderful resource with classes for absolutely everyone. So please head down to the link in my description. The first 1,000 people who click on the link get 2 months free Skillshare Premium. I actually did a cover of this song a little while back in a little bit more Postmodern Jukebox vintage jazzy style, but it reminds me of being a teenager.
Just like an angel, your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather.
Interesting. It's so interesting because none of Radiohead's style of music is about it's not about being beautiful, but it is about expressing something truthfully, and it connects with so many people because obviously this fully embodies the idea of being an outsider, but their entire music has this feeling of being someone who sees the world differently than the rest of society. Whoa. Interesting.
I wish I was special.
How he moves through the vowels.
You're so fucking special.
Instead of like opening up straight to that vowel, special, it goes through that vowel. His mouth starts a little bit more closed and then opens up into it. It has this real floaty, oozy feel to it. And I don't know how much I should mention what he's doing with his jaw. Rockstar lifestyle, maybe. Or could be jaw tension. I love how he does that. I don't care if it hurts, and sings on this sound. That vocal style, I mean, again, it's not something that is like, this is beautiful, but it really, really expresses the hurt and the pain and the creepiness of it all. The way this person feels so angsty. Now, he has a really great way, actually, of his diction is quite soft in that you don't have the clarity of consonants, yet I can still hear exactly what he's saying, and he gets that balance just right, because with a lot of grunge and rock artists, you completely lose the words, whereas I can still hear the poetry of the lyrics. Also, his expression is about the emotion and the feeling rather than the lyrics in some ways.
I just wanna have control.
It's in vocal fry.
I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul.
And his voice lets it rock, like wobble and crack and.
When I'm not around, you're so fucking special.
before he gets into this high bit, this is an interesting song as well because he's really well known for his falsetto, his high notes, and using quite his falsetto voice and bringing it down quite low, so it sounds like it's high, but actually he is bringing his head voice down. Now, actually here there's not so much head voice, but he is using a kind of light, floaty sound. He's using loads of vocal fry, which is this sound, not as in the scream fry, but as in that sound. And also he is kind of oozing away. He's stepping back from each of those notes. He's not singing right to the end of it. It's very musical theatre to be like, singing right to the end. Sometimes that is really nice, even within pop and grunge. But in this case, because you want this kind of fragility to the sound, which is something I have to admit Thom Yorke is a master at, the way that he kind of wobbles off phrases or vocal fries off phrases, the way that he gets off a note is very interesting each time. So that was a bit vibrato on that one. And then he vibrato wobbled that away. Technical term. And then using extra breath at the end of notes. He has that lovely head voice. So what's really interesting is that he's not that loud, but you can see how close he is to the mic. You're picking up all those little nuances because he's so close. The breaths, the in-breaths, they're really, really important because you get that feeling of desperation because of those in-breaths. The way that he attacks each consonant, it doesn't need to be a strong consonant, but you still hear every little thing because he is so close. And his head voice is still light. It probably wouldn't be that loud if you were standing next to him in a room, yet because of the way he's choosing to use his microphone, you can hear everything and it sounds super, super intense. In fact, it's quite breathy in some cases. And then he's in a mix for this bit to get that punch. No vibratos, they're shouty. Oh, God. That is perfection in my mind. That is like, sometimes people like use those long notes to be like, I'm showing off, but that feels like he just can't stop screaming, that it's just like, it's so emotionally difficult for him that he's just like, ah! And that is different than a lot of singers. A lot of singers have a detachment from emotion, and he just embodies it. And the build of dynamics and the drop down.
You're so fucking special. I wish I was special. But I'm a creep.
Back to fragility. Gets you in the soul, huh? One of my favourite songs. I think a song that everyone can relate to and expertly performed. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.